Hi, Misha here, and I guess you want yet more talk on the 545, AK74, so why not? So, like the video I put out a week ago, this is going to be basically a talk video, apparently with Gus the cat joining in. And hey, today it is not raining for once. I am so thrilled. So, a couple of things. I want to address the Riley defense, AK74. And I want to address what a few people have said I said, which actually not only did I not say, I said the exact opposite in the video. First off, and I think maybe the problem is the video was a little too long, people didn't watch it all, they just kind of inferred. So let me get a few points out of the way, and then I'll ramble in my usual fashion, as I usually do, while usually rambling. I did not say the 545 cartridge was dead. My exact words were, quote, I am not one of those people that says the 545 cartridge is dead. I also did not say the ammo was hard to get. I actually said, quote, one good thing during the whole COVID situation, the ammo has been very stable and relatively gettable, although mostly online. If you live in an area where a local gun shop carries 545, awesome sauce. You're lucky though. A lot of people don't. It's kind of hit or miss whether a local will have it, but online, yeah, it's been gettable. And this isn't anything new. In the past, when 556, 223 was harder to get, yes, cat, they all want to see you. Come over here. Anyway, when 223 has been hard to get, cartridges like 545 have been still gettable. Why is that? Because far fewer people have those guns. Same thing goes for 9mm NATO 9x19 versus 9mm Makarov 9x18. I try to be just factual, but I think sometimes that gets in the way. So, just because I had my regular AK74 rifles out, for backdrop this time I have my Vepr RPK74 side folder and my old Vector Arms RPK74 built from ostensibly a Bulgarian kit, which was actually a Russian kit that had been, remarked for political yada yada. I'm actually going to do a gun of the day on this gun and my history with it and others like it, so that'll probably go out around the same time as this vid. What I said a week ago is still completely valid today. At that time, I said imports were not coming in 545 and had not, and the only small hope could be new 545 guns from Romania, although Century hasn't talked about ordering any. I said in the video that Mishaco, Palmetto State, Kalashnikov USA, and Century Arms all talked about doing 545. I also pointed out that at the end of April, which now it's the beginning of May, none of these guns are available on the market. There's projections about when they're coming out, estimates, and there's been Facebook updates. But the fact is, if tomorrow you wanted to go out and buy one, you could not. There are no new 545 guns on the market. So, okay, Rob Ski puts out a video on the Riley Defense AK74. Awesome, except it too is not out yet. It's allegedly coming out in around 6 to 8 weeks, a couple of months, but it's still not here yet. So it joins Palmetto State, Kalashnikov USA, Century Arms in the list of American companies saying they're going to deliver a 545 gun made in America. These are just promises and projections. I am only speaking to what is on the market now, what is factual. And the fact is, there's Still nothing. Now, as far as AK Operators Union, Rob Ski, if those who haven't seen our posts on like AK Files, we are friends. His word, not mine. I would never presume to call someone like that a friend until they did it first, because I always, find that, presumptuous. I'm honored that he considers me a friend, and I really enjoy Rob, and we've communicated throughout this whole COVID situation, and in fact, we had plans for April 16th that, of course, didn't materialize. He got a sneak peek, an early look at the Riley defense. Just as a while back, we got a sneak peek look at the BBP Lynx and the BBP Fox. It's really awesome when that happens, but you have to understand that is a pre-production, and by his own admission, of course it was handpicked by Riley Defense. They're waiting to see his tests, and if all goes well, they'll put it into production. If he finds a problem, they might have to backtrack and fix it. Interestingly, that's actually what delayed the WBP Fox release. I don't want to get into details, and it wasn't a problem. It was a sporter change for import that was made that delayed it coming out about 3 months. So my version pre-release that I got actually was different from the standard production model in one small but kind of important way. Nothing to do with function, but everything to do with how they were imported and making them easier to fall over, apparently, to convert. If you're wondering if a gust of wind can knock over an RPK, yes it can. But those things happen, so it's really good that Riley Defense is joining the game. They are one of now 4 U.S. companies that I'm aware of. Were their guns, will they be good? Hopefully, but they haven't gone through the full Rob Ski test yet. Just as the Palmetto State, Kalashnikov USA, and Century Arms have not. Before the NPAP went through his test, everyone was praising it. Afterwards, everyone kind of, I tend to still think the NPAP is a good gun, but that's a story for another day. People kind of start off with the assumption that something's going to pass his test. And only when it doesn't do they go to the negative. So they start off with the you need to start off with a neutral opinion. And that's what you need for all 4 of these coming up American AK74s. Except for, let's be honest, the Century, whose track record with 545 guns, not counting the imports, but the ones they've built, is not great. So I definitely am the most skeptical about them. It seems like Palmetto State and Riley are really vying to see who's going to come out first, with Palmetto State, with Riley saying they're going to. But again, that's kind of reliant on their sample gun they sent to Rob passing without issue, and also assuming no last-minute changes or, weird things interrupting the whole process. I think the recent events in March and April kind of shows people that unexpected things can happen out of the blue, and that's no more true with anything than manufacturing. I mean, heck, this Vepr here was a shoe-in for FIME Group, Arsenal really, until the sanctions came down. Kits like these, the 70 RPK74s, were a shoe-in with the original barrels until the barrel ban in 2005. Things happen. All I would say is just, you don't have to agree with me. And really, in the video, I wasn't putting a lot of opinion into it. I was just stating the facts that there's not really a gun available. As far as the ammo, it's kind of the same thing. There's a little bit of offering from Hornady, and if it comes out great, I think, as I said there in the video, even if the imported ammo from Russia were to be banned, I think a foreign company would step in, or an American company would step in, because there are companies making ammo for late 19th century bolt actions and pistols still. I mean, I can go out and still buy a 6.5 Japanese. I can go buy a 8mm Steyr. I can buy a 9mm Largo. Some of it's not so cheap, although some brands like PPU have actually driven the price down quite a bit. And those are much more obscure than 5.45 or the AK74 or PK74. Someone will fill that demand. There's too many guns in the country. However, don't kid yourself. No matter how popular this might get again, it's not going to get anywhere near 5.56 for a modern sporting rifle, MSR, or Evil Black Rifle, EBR, wherever you want to call this type of gun. 5.56 has really just reigned king, and there's no signs of that stopping. When it comes to AKs, it is just a fact, a marketing fact, that 7.6239 is what the majority of consumers have wanted and still do want. 5.45 is a niche market, and there's nothing wrong with that. Saying something is not the best, the most popular, it's not the same thing. So just because I'm not waving a flag saying this is the next hot thing, doesn't mean I'm also saying it's not still hanging around. And I've not only never said it wasn't dead, I said the exact opposite of that. I guess, again, as I said in the first video, my perspective is a little different. I've been doing this almost 20 years with 5.45. I've seen it rise, hit a real big peak after 2008, 2009, 2010. Then it got popular again after Sandy Hook, and I've seen it start to slide back down. Even if it peaks again in 2020, I don't think it'll ever get to the height of popularity in the USA that it was in years past. It's just a slow decline, but that's okay, because even when it was an extremely obscure gun, obscure caliber, in the late 1990s, early 2000s, you could still get ammo for it. You could still get bags for it. It's okay to be different, and I think most of us who do 5.45 kind of like it for that. I don't know that I want it to become hugely mainstream, because then there's more demand, and the next time there's a big panic, the ammo won't be easy to get. Consider that. I mean, the reason it's still gettable is that it's still a relatively unknown factor. AK guys, as we're kind of know about it, but a lot of the regular consumers don't. But people like my AK ramblings. Again, I'm going to do a gun of the day on this guy. But Rob's an awesome guy, and I'm always happy to hear of a new company doing something new. I wish him the best of luck, but objectively it is still unproven. That doesn't mean it won't be proven. And being objective, the Palmetto State, the Kalashnikov USA, the Century Arms, the Riley, none of these have hit the market yet. So they haven't. We don't, for example, know the street price. We don't know if they will be perfect out of the box, if they'll have minor issues, or if they'll have major issues. We don't know how distribution will work. And most importantly, we don't know when they'll be available. Projections are only that. And the same could be said for any kind of quantity, more plinker grade, not match grade, type ammo or any other company. Some companies might talk about making it, but until it actually is on shelves, I guess I'm not too concerned with the future of what people are saying will come out. There's been so much vaporware, not just in the gun industry, but any industry, that I kind of take a wait-and-see approach. A little bit of, just a dose of healthy skepticism. That doesn't mean pessimism, it just means that, when it comes out, I'll go from there. And oftentimes I don't really care to be the first one on the block, because first generation anything tend to be a little bit rocky, even if it's just minor issues. For example, with the 104UR not having the gas port restrictor. Unless you wanted to SBR those 2013 guns, shooting them was not the greatest idea. It wasn't pleasant for you, and it wasn't great on the gun. But yeah, any questions at all, post them below, and as usual, I'll try to respond. I don't want anyone to agree with me. I don't need that. All I ask is you listen to really what I'm saying and not take what I say out of context, or say that I said something that I didn't say, because, well, I didn't say it, so yeah. With that, I better actually get back to real work. Don't really want to. It's a nice day. Wish I could go outside. How about you? Apparently the cat wants to go outside too. It's a bird. You can tell these videos are unedited. Just, really, Jay and I are just gun people. Just like you. We just love guns. We're not paid for this. This isn't our job. So, yeah. We're not industry insiders. Just people that enjoy guns and always enjoy meeting other people that enjoy guns. And we just happened to be into AKs before they were really the in thing, and then they became the in thing, and now you're here listening to my pointless ramblings. If you could, like, share, and subscribe, and if you'd like to help support us, please click on the link and check out our Patreon. This is Misha, and I'm sure I'll be doing another update sometime here in the not too distant future. So I'll see you then.